Anutin Charnvirakul confirms meeting between Newin Chidchob and Thaksin Shinawatra. Bhumjaithai party leader Anutin Charnvirakul has confirmed that the party's founder, Newin Chidchob, met with former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra last Sunday. However, he denied speculation that the meeting aimed to ease tensions between Bhumjaithai and the ruling Pheu Thai party, amid growing rumors of internal conflicts. The meeting took place at Thaksin's residence in Bang Flat, following reports that a previously scheduled discussion on February 24 at a Bangkok hotel had fallen through. The agenda was expected to address ongoing disputes between the two parties. A routine and informal gathering. On Wednesday, Anutin clarified that he had invited Newin to this regular meeting to discuss several key issues, including the upcoming censure debate against Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, government policies, and the casino resort complex proposal. He emphasized the informal nature of the meeting and dismissed claims of party conflicts, stating that political differences were normal and should be resolved through dialogue. For months, Pheu Thai and Bhumjaithai have clashed on key issues, such as the referendum threshold for constitutional amendments, the development of casino resort complexes, and Article 256 of the Constitution, which could pave the way for constitutional reforms. Tensions over investigations and legislation. Speculation suggests that an investigation by the Department of Special Investigation, DSI, into alleged collusion in last year's Senate elections may be targeting the Blue Faction, a group of senators affiliated with Bhumjaithai. Anutin insisted that his party had never obstructed Pheu Thai's agenda and criticized the media for exacerbating tensions between them. He cited cooperation on the casino resort bill as proof of their collaboration. As Minister of the Interior, Anutin explained that the Finance Ministry had drafted the bill, granting the Prime Minister the authority to oversee its implementation. However, the Interior Ministry raised concerns over specific regulations, particularly building safety measures, which fall under other ministries. After discussions, the Prime Minister agreed to include the Interior Ministry in the bill's supervision. A source revealed that the Sunday meeting also covered discussions on casino resort projects and online gambling. Support for the censure debate. The Bhumjaithai leader also pledged full support for Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra during the censure debate, assuring that the party's 8 ministers would prepare arguments to counter opposition attacks. When asked about reports that Palang Prakarath Party, PPRP, leader General Prawit Wongsawan planned to lead his party in the debate, Anutin responded that his ministers were ready to answer any questions. He urged critics to stop labeling Bhumjaithai as the Prime Minister's guardians, emphasizing that MPs have responsibilities to ensure an orderly debate. Uncertainty over debate duration. Meanwhile, Somkid Chukang, Deputy Secretary General to the Prime Minister, stated on Wednesday that no decision had been made on the debate's duration. However, party members suggested that one day would suffice, as only the Prime Minister was the focus of the debate. He also welcomed General Prawit's participation, questioning whether PPRP was capable of leading an effective debate. To my knowledge, in 4 years, he has spoken in Parliament for only 2 seconds. We thank him for his participation and give him our moral support, he quipped. PPRP Secretary General Paibun Nidatawan confirmed that his party would have 2 hours to question the Prime Minister, with General Prawit taking part in the session. Supreme Administrative Court revokes 50-year-old regulation on student hairstyles. The Supreme Administrative Court has annulled a 50-year-old regulation from the Ministry of Education that imposed strict restrictions on students' hairstyles. The ruling, announced on Wednesday, is final and puts an end to a long-standing controversy involving teachers, students, and parents. The court declared the 1975 regulation null and void, effective immediately, on the grounds that it violated individual freedoms protected by the Constitution and was outdated in modern society. Enforcing the rule had negative impacts on students and was inconsistent with the 2003 Child Protection Act, according to the court. A regulation rooted in military rule. The 1975 rule dictated acceptable hairstyles for students in Education Ministry-supervised schools. Boys were required to keep their hair short and were prohibited from growing beards or mustaches. Girls were not allowed to grow their hair past their ears or wear any makeup. The regulation was based on an order issued by the ruling military junta in 1972, which set strict grooming standards. The military order and the ministry regulation in question cannot be considered as being in the best interest of students, the court stated. A victory for student activists. The ruling is seen as a victory for the 23 students who petitioned the court in 2020 to repeal the regulation. Since 2024, the Ministry of Education has relaxed hairstyle and dress code regulations. Following the ruling, schools now have autonomy over hairstyle policies. Some schools will allow parents to decide, while others will leave it to school boards or joint teacher-parent committees. Mixed reactions from students. Despite the ruling, not all students were satisfied. Social media reactions on the Bad Student Movement's accounts reflected concerns that teachers might continue targeting students with long hair. As long as there are no penalties, old-fashioned teachers will keep violating students' rights over their own bodies, wrote CDisc on Bad Students' X account. A comment on the administrative court's Facebook page criticized Thailand's education system. Thai education is too focused on uniforms instead of equipping students with skills for the future and preparing them for the global economy. Bad Student is an activist group advocating for democracy and greater freedom in schools, emerging as a youth-led opposition to military rule and former Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. Thai ministers to visit China to check on deported Uyghurs. Deputy Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai announced that he and Justice Minister Tawi Sadsong will visit China's Xinjiang region on March 18 to check on the 40 Uyghurs deported there after 11 years in detention in Thailand. Phumtham defended the February 27 repatriation, stating that Thailand followed legal procedures. However, Reuters reported that Canada, the US, and Australia had previously offered to take the detainees, but Thailand refused to act for fear of angering China. Phumtham asserted that China had identified the Uyghurs as its citizens and provided assurances regarding human rights protections. 9 Thai call center scammers deported from Cambodia taken to court. Cybercrime police brought 93 Thais to court after Cambodia deported them for involvement in call scam operations in Poipet. They were among 119 Thai nationals arrested in February raids, with police seeking an additional 12 days of detention. Police confirmed that 15 of the suspects were linked to illegal gambling sites rather than scam operations.